Hey guys, how you? Hey guys, how you doing? Tori here, at the offsite. Tori here, Geelong-Flipper. Hey guys, Tori.
Your mate, Tori.
Geelong-Flipper here.
Tori here.
Geelong-Flipper.
Me, Tori. Tori here.
Geelong-Flipper.
How you doing? What's the offsite? Well, it's, where I keep my stuff. And this is so unprofessional, but I'll still do a video for you because I love you. But it's not going to be a big pick and pack one today. I might show you guys some stuff when I get home. I just need to get the stuff, get out of here. Ali is literally waiting in the car. So, yeah, you'll see me here and maybe see me intermittently, sporadically. But this week's sales on YouTube for me have been shocking. We might talk a bit more about that later. For now, I've got 12 orders to pick. I have made, the day's not over, but my running 7-day total is only, I'll leave it going as I'm unpacking. Sorry, it's just today is in a bit of a fluster. So this is what you get today. Whoops, well, that's not good. That's not professional. Today's orders make up the majority of my week's sales, and they are only a little bit over $700. And that is a bit stressful. And I'm not sure why, because I'm running a variety of promotions, guys. And I thought they were strong offers, but now I'm starting to doubt if you can actually see them on my site. Like, I'm running up to 40% off on some items. The weather's cooled down a little bit, thank goodness. And we hit 2 op shops and came away with, I just had a sandwich, came away with nothing. Which actually wasn't a bad thing. I got a lot of listing done yesterday, and I'm wondering if the eBay gods were punishing me because, as you guys know, I had a bit of a mental health week and I didn't list as much as I normally would. And instead of listing $500 to $600 a week, I was listing about $380. For 2 days I did that. And I don't know how the algorithm works. I didn't write it, but I'm wondering if the eBay gods were punishing me for not throwing as much food into the mix for them. I am super glad that you guys enjoyed the how to photograph things. And I hope that it illustrated that you don't have to have crazy good setups to achieve some good photography. I know my glasses are there. I've got to just get a crack on, but I did want to talk to you guys quickly as I did so. Something to bear in mind, guys, is if you've got winter style shoes or clothing, now would be a good time to get that up and on your stores. Oh, you're a darling, thank you. Yeah, take advantage of the seasons. Because I don't know if this is the case, but for all intents and purposes, summer may have had its last hurrah. So this is your chance now to jump into the winter stuff. All right, I've unpacked the offsite. I can now move through it and find my stock, guys. I don't have time to run through the stuff here with you. When I do go home though, I'll show you what I picked and how much I paid for it and how much I got for it, okay? So all the same stuff, but just not quite as much banter today, at least not in here. We'll see what the rest of the day holds for us, all right? Thank you guys, I really appreciate everything. All right guys, back home. Hi, how you doing? I got all the picking done. I quite stupidly didn't write one of the tub numbers down, so I've got to go back tomorrow and collect a DVD bundle that I sold. Never mind. At least I've got some stuff here that I can talk to you guys about. And I am using the tripod that Flutter by Flipper sent through. So thank you again. Came in handy. Absolutely. All right. So, as I said, there was 12 orders. The state of play at the moment, I've had another 1 or 2 sales since I complained about the total. It's still not looking particularly healthy. I am a tad over 17,000 for the 90 day and a little bit over $700 for the week. Now, even though I'm used to getting more, it's sort of like, once again, I'm grateful. And I think that's one of the things we do have to bear in mind is that, you know, we're very lucky that we're in this position that we get to live on our own terms pretty much as full-timers. As casual, it's a good bit of fun, but it's still a business, guys. So even if you go, I'm just a casual reseller, you are still 100% just as valid. So I don't know, there seems to be some weird, I'm full-time, I'm part-time, I'm a casual reseller. You're still trying to make a buck. So for me to look at this initially, I was like, oh, I'm not happy about that. But for me to look at this realistically, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the last week. I did what I wanted for the week. I finished writing my 11th book, the Dead of Easter. Just the draft anyhow, but this morning, the last 2 words were written, the end. And then, you know, I got to go out with Ali and we did a little bit of op shopping. But like I said, we didn't get anything. The shops were really, really quiet. And I don't know if people are slowing up on their donations at the moment. But collected my stuff that's just here and I'm going to pack it. Now, this is not a packing video. I will simply show you what I got and how much I paid for it and how much it sold for. And then I might even show you some of the things that I'm also grateful for. And they'll seem like small victories, but I think sometimes in this job, there's elements to the job that we don't like or things that we are nervous about doing. And I've been confronting some of them. And they may seem ridiculous when I actually show you what they are. But for me, they are listings that I have tried to avoid for months on end. So I finally got off my butt and started taking care of business. I can't remember what movie that was from, but was it risky? It wasn't Risky Business, was it? Was it Ferris Bueller? I don't know. Hang on. Now, one of the things that we were examining, because I was going over with Ali, like just the fact that my stuff hasn't gone as well. Some of my campaigns, like I said, don't seem to be showing up, at least when we look at it through her device. I'm going to have a look at it later on in the day, just through a non-signed in, like I generally do stuff on Chrome, on the Mac. So I'm going to log in, or not log in actually. I'm going to look at my store through Safari and see if those offers are shown. Safari is a browser for Apple, and just in case you're not an Apple user. All right, so let's have a quick look at what's going on. Bit of a funny story with one of these too, and I could be 100% wrong about it, but I'll get to it when I get to it, okay? And some of the shenanigans that people get up to, they're naughty people. All right, so let's go back to the start. I've got my iPad down here. I'll be referring to that. And yeah, we'll talk about some of the funny things that people on eBay do. It's the perpetual comedy that is the life of a reseller. Okay, so. Like I said, none of these are, oh no, one of them is a solid sale. They're all solid sales. You know what? Someone had the faith to bloody well buy off me. So I'm grateful for that. That almost sounded as though I went, I'm ungrateful for that. But it's not the case. So Dead Space 3 on PS3. I paid about $2 for this one. And it went out the door for $17.50. I charge for shipping. So when I say I got $17.50 for it, yeah, buddy, I got $17.50 for it. None of this hidden free shipping crap. Guys, I say it over and over again. Do not do free shipping. I cannot see any valid reason for free shipping. I don't think it sways people to buy from you because they know that you're building it into the price. Your customers aren't stupid. They know. You sell a book for $18 and free shipping, they know about 10 of that's going in the post. Sure, we may have different Australia Post bands. Refer to the My Post. Just look up My Post Business. Sign up for it if you don't have it. Start using it. You'll get some savings. But even so, it's just an artificially built-in saving. And it is one that our customers aren't stupid. Regardless of what we may think. They're not stupid. They're savvy, actually. Because they're choosing, in a lot of cases, to buy second-hand. In my opinion, that's about as smart as it gets. Why not give life to something that isn't dead yet? Anyhow, this is going to Martin. Martin, I hope you enjoy your game, mate, because I enjoyed it. I've played this one. I did like 1 and 2 a lot more, though. I'll be honest. Okay. So, the next one on my high-flying list of sales that you'll be jealous of, I sold this for $6 and it's going to America. But this one's going to hold a special place in my heart because the communication with this customer was, well, a lot to be desired. Said they were going to buy it, then they didn't. Then they said they were going to buy it and when would I ship it, but they hadn't paid. And then eventually they bought it and decided to go, I did warn them, look, this is a Region 4 disc. In case you guys are new to DVD media, and I get in the age of streaming, some people have not a lot to do with this stuff. But Region 4 is us, okay, in Australia. If you've got a Region 4 disc, you need to have a Region 4 player. It was the way that the DVD industry tried to lock us all out from buying from other countries. So Region 4 for Australia, I think New Zealand, there's a couple other places too. America is Region 1, that's nature, in case you just heard it. I will yell at it if I need to. The other day I had someone comment on a video where I yelled at a child to shut up. They actually thought I was doing it for real. No, it was a voiceover. My big $6 sale. I don't recall even paying for this movie. It might have been, or if I did, it was probably one of those big bulk boxes that the op shops were throwing out, and I paid $20 for like 200 or 300 items. But the case is buggered. It's broken. And I messaged the guy. It's in the photos, and anyhow. The guy, I said, look, dude, hey, buddy, pal. And I said, hello, my friend. Told him about Region 4. He said, no, good, I can play that. And then he goes, don't forget to ship, my boy. What the fuck? Anyhow, so I've written back and just said, you know what? And you guys can troll me all you like with this one now. But I literally wrote back and I said to him, you know what? As someone who's been over in conflict in the military, I'm not anyone's boy. And, you know, I don't know where you're from, but that can have some unpleasant connotations. And then they wrote, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you were a boy or a girl. Once again, what the fuck? Anyhow, they paid $6 dues for this, and they also forked out 37 Aussie dollars to get it posted. Now, I'm thinking the fact that I snapped at this person, I might not send it in the busted case because I don't know. I've got a little feeling, your Uncle Flip has got the feeling that this numbskull won't have looked at all the pictures. So I'm going to put it into a not broken case. I'll find one. Just to avoid that drama. I actually feel stupid sending a $6 movie. This is what I'm talking about, carrying like crap on your store. This was a fun movie, guys. But that was a crap sale. Look, let me give you the breakdown. Wow. Okay, so this is ridiculous. So the $6, I've got to pray that I make money on the post. Here's a warning to you guys. This went for $6. The transaction fees was $6. This is okay. So $6 $6 for the movie, $37 for the post, and I just use business policies for that, so it automatically just charges that. It'll probably be about $21 to send, I think. And the customer paid $3.23 in sales tax, and then we had transaction fees of $6.89, so already more than what the movie's worth. And then because it was a promoted listing, $5.60. Wow. That is such a stunning loser of a loser sale. But with nearly 3,000 items in the store, sometimes it's hard to keep track. And I guess at least it was another transaction, which tells the eBay machine that I'm doing deals. What a piece of crap sale. Then, this one was fine. Pulp Fiction t-shirt. It's really cool. Can't remember what I paid. I think it was $3. I sold it for $20. Happy days. But yeah, that's it. That's a cool shirt. I'm glad it's going out the door. Now, The Last of Us. This game is one of the best games I have ever played in my entire life. I have finished it multiple times, and I loved it so much that I also got the platinum on the PlayStation 5 before. I don't bloody know. But the next one in the series, The Last of Us 2. I played it 3 times running to get the platinum, like the best trophy you can get. That was good fun. So, sold it cheap, but the next one makes up for it. So this is a horror movie called Black Christmas. Comp your horror movies though, guys. You saw I screwed up with that a little while ago. And I just got a sale. They paid. A remote I paid $1 for, just sold for $20. You'll see that in another video. I've got to go and pick it another time. Sold this for $30, paid $2 for it. Look for this stuff. Look for horror. As long as it doesn't make you uncomfortable, because some of the cover images can be confronting. But horror movies, especially a little bit more, not mainstream, can go for good money. Or they can go for absolute rubbish. This one was a nice one. I paid $1 for it. Just a wrestling game for the Xbox. As you guys probably know, you cannot get digital games for the Xbox 360. So physical is the way to go. If you see anything that looks like it might be popular, comp it, snap it up, because it's the only way the players of this machine can get their hands on new titles, is to buy old ones. Yeah, $15 sale. That was good. These ones I was happy with. Look, I took the offer. They are Whitners, which is a very good shoe brand, very popular. They're clogs. The top lining is felt and then rubber on the bottom. They have absolutely tons of grip, and I paid $2 for them, and I accepted a offer for $25 plus shipping. So that works. I need to get on to more of my shoes. As I said to you guys, as it's approaching winter, like today is a full-on, not warm, a little bit rainy day. It's nice after all the heat we've had, but I prefer the heat purely because then the old man arthritis doesn't kick in as much. All right, so I may have shown you these jeans before. They're the Mavi jeans. I think I paid three or so dollars for them. It wasn't much. Or I got them in a $5 filler bag, and I flicked them out the door for $22. I accepted an offer. They're in really good condition, and yeah, they're heading on out. Little stuff like that. They're called bread and butter sales, and it's more like that. Like they're not like, oh my god, look at that, but they are, oh my god, I'm feeding myself. So that's good. All right, so there's a DVD bundle here. I've got to go back to the offsite to collect that one. My fault. As I keep telling you guys, and you've seen me do it on camera before, basically make sure you're writing in the custom SKU area what tub you put it in. I normally do, but for some reason I didn't. So I've got to get onto the old laptop and look up when it was sold, stuff it sold nearby, and we'll have a proper hunt for it. And you'll see me do that on camera when we go pick. I'm hoping to get a few more sales of Savo. I'll get this stuff packed up this afternoon though, so as I'm not stressing, and then I can just pick up, a few more items, hopefully another 50 items, and we'll get it all ready. None of this stuff has to go. Let's just double check that. Sorry, 3 items have to go tomorrow. The rest go on Tuesday, but I'll send them all tomorrow because they'll be ready. All right. I bought a big bundle of music CDs, CD singles, and it really surprised me. And they're selling. They tick over very slowly, but I've sold. Now there was a whole heap. I bought a box full of them. I think I paid $18, and yeah, the seller, because I picked them up off eBay as a bit of eBay arbitrage, and that's basically when you look for other listings to snipe for stuff that you might be able to resell. I saw a bunch of singles in there, but there was ones by Eminem, 50 Cent, Beyonce. But this one is by George Michael and Mary J. Blige, and as the mixes. And so it would have been 20 to 30 cents, this one. And I think I had it up for 15. I accepted an offer for 12. And away it goes. Buy another pair of shoes. Now, I've told you guys a few times now about Django Juliet, that it's a decent brand. People like it. I'll just get out one of the shoes. So these are leather on top with like this rope substance around the side. That's called jute, Jute. And they're a strappy sandal with a buckle closure and open toe. When it comes to your shoes, guys, you don't have to put much in the description. Make sure those details, if possible, are in the title. And, if you feel like filling in the item specifics, that's when you can put that information also. It does not hurt to have the European size, the Australian size, and the US size. In this case, this was a 39, which equates to a size 8 from memory. In fact, not even from memory. I'm looking at the listing, and that's what I wrote. So these were a couple of bucks. When I was buying my shoes, I was buying in bulk, so I was getting exceptional deals for them. and these went into a $30 sale plus shipping for me. So they're a nice shoe with plenty of tread on them, and Django Juliet tends to do exceedingly well. So I think shoe brands have their on and off periods. Like we were saying a while ago, the Diana Ferraris, it seems that brand is taking a bit of a slump as such in the second-hand market in any case. But otherwise, yeah, it doesn't matter when you're paying $2 and you're getting 25 to $30. That's good shopping as far as I'm concerned. I have left something out in the car. I might go out and get it in a second, so I might stop the camera briefly because I do need to pack it regardless. I'll show you this one though. This one's got a bit of a funny story. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I've been telling you guys about this. And if I remember, I'm going to actually make this the thumbnail. Because this is a bolo, okay? If you're new to the lingo, bolo is just be on the lookout for. Be on the lookout for these poppy books. I tend to find them for a couple of bucks, right? They're battery operated in the back. And so Poppy is the dog, and Poppy goes on musical adventures with different sorts of bands and stuff, okay? So basically, at the back of the book, you've got, I'll see if I can activate it. I don't think I took the batteries out of this one. Okay, so listen carefully. Okay, so throughout the book, you get to play the instruments by pushing the buttons on the back. These books, I'm not sure why they go well, but they go well. I have sold them anywhere from $50 for a damaged book, all the way through to about $80 or $90 for a single book. Be on the lookout for these books. This book I did have up for ridiculous money because the comps were there at the time. $120 I had it up for. I paid $2 or $3 for it. Remember that, guys? And I dropped the price to $80 because it had sat there, and fair enough, it was at the high end. At $80, now remember, it still only owes me $2. A while ago, I sold a couple of Poppy books, and they went over to, I'm going to make this one up because, well, I'm going to make up where the person lives. They're American. I don't know if they're a viewer, but if they do, I salute you. Why? Why flip? I hear you ask. Well, children, gather around. The main reason is because I sold some cheap. I needed a couple of sales. I wanted to try to kick the eBay machine into hyperdrive. This person offered me, not low ball, I mean, I was still making good money, but they offered me like $40 or $50 a book. And I accepted it at the time, even though I had $80 on some of the Poppy books. I sent them away. Customers happy. I always make sure I wrap the Poppy books pretty carefully because of their value. And then a while ago, the same buyer made a offer on this one. And they offered me, I think it was $30. I politely declined the offer, sent them back a counter. And they said, wait a second, I'm the person that bought those other ones off you and you did them cheaply. Why can't you do this one cheaply? Once again, Flip's honest. I said to him, well, I needed the money at the time. And so I sold them to you. But this is, circumstances change. No. Anyhow. Let's make it up. They are from Chicago. They're not. No, that's too big an area. So say they're from a suburb of Chicago. and they're reaching out to me in Australia for the book. I've said no. A month later, I get an offer on the book for $48. Sales have been trash. I look at the offer and I go, at the price you've got it at, mate, it's not moving. I accept the offer. But one thing I noticed before I accepted the offer, they were from the same suburb in Chicago. Now, Chicago's a big place. This place that they are really from is smaller again, like a lot smaller. And I just thought it was kind of odd that two different people from the same very small suburb in America are reaching out to an Australian seller making very low offers on the same book. The new person from that very small suburb has got feedback of 1. And I thought to myself, and I'm just, how you sometimes guess at things, like, have you ever been to the supermarket and you look at what the person ahead of you is buying and you try to construct a meal out of what they're putting through the register? It's like, so they've got cat food, they've got stir fry, vegetables, and they've got toilet cleaner. Now, I wonder how they can make a meal out of that. Anyhow, my theory at the time was simply that I think that quite possibly, in my paranoid conspiracy world, that this person, maybe a family member or something, set up an account and then made the same sort of offer. Because it's going to the same very small city in America. And it may be absolute coincidence. It may be. But in the paranoid mind of Tori, it's not. Anyhow, I accepted the offer, paid $2, got 48 for it. It's going over to the States, probably to the same house I said no to. Enjoy. If you guys are viewers, I appreciate your game, your strategies, and what you do to get what you want. So thank you. Thank you for buying. And I'll get that away to you tomorrow, paid for. The thing I've got to go out to the car and get because I left it, well, let's play a game called Technology, and I'll be back in a second. Ta-da! I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Geelong-Flipper's back. Tell a friend. He is back, he is back, he is back, he is back. Ba-da-da-da-bum-bum. Okay, that's why I don't have a career as a singer. Though when I make up ad hoc songs, though highly inappropriate, they are sometimes fun to listen to. All right, so you're going to wonder why I even bothered going outside for this one, but I still wanted to show you because it's little things like this that are fun to sell. I picked up this Smarties. If you're not from Australia or Great Britain or UK, United Kingdom, you may not know what Smarties are. They are candy-covered chocolate, similar to M&Ms, though, even though they are more of an Australian product we all grew up with them before M&Ms were even in the country. M&Ms, in my opinion, taste way better. Comment below if you don't agree with that one. But, Nestle make them. We used to call that Nestles until, overseas ads started rocking in. Shut up, mate. I got it for $1 and I sold it for 15. Plus the shipping. And, that'll be on its way tomorrow also. Now, I've got something to run past you here. And I hope that it inspires you guys. So recently I have been, as you know, struggling a little bit with some cases of the amount of stock I've got, which some of you would think, oh, that's not really much of a problem. Some of you have been very helpful in the stuff that you've offered to alleviate the problem, how I can bundle things, which has been very valid. And it really inspired me to take stock, no pun intended, take stock of some of the stuff I had around the home, because I've still got a lot of stock at my house. And, it's just one of the things I think, it'll be better for Ali and I once I get some of this stuff out of here. And to get it out of here, I need to list it. And also started throwing feelers out there about getting a larger space. Anyhow, I've got some plans. I think I like, in terms of ramping up my game, because this week's sales were ordinary. I'm going to explore that more thoroughly. But I am investigating, or we are investigating, because it's a team effort. We're investigating the possibility of moving to a larger space. Whether it's within where the offsite is now currently, they've been really good. They're keeping an eye out for us. Like, they've put my name down for larger spaces. I want it to be internal like the offsite is already, just so as weather doesn't affect when I throw open that garage door. There are some larger ones that just became available now, but they are straight away. You throw open the door, and it's a large door because it's a 4x4. You're immediately like the weather hits it, and I can't do that. I can't do it. So, we are on the hunt. We went and had a look at a place today. Halfway through a drink. And I need a haircut. Anyhow, that's nothing to do with this. The place that we looked at today, a business owner was kind enough to offer some space at their business, but the rooms that they were offering for us to use weren't quite big enough. So back to the drawing board a little bit. That's fine. That was just like within an hour or two. I have no idea what that sound is, if you guys can hear it. Oh, I think it's the guy next door doing stuff. Anyhow, it's certainly nothing being produced by my body. So yeah, back to that space. It was so cool though. Like, I put it on Facebook. Hey guys, looking to sort of size up a little bit. And yeah, straight away someone was kind enough to make that very, very generous offer to us. So just not big enough. I am thinking we're either a bigger place at this offsite or a very, very, very tiny, I'm going to call it a warehouse, a very tiny one. Ideally with a roller door and a normal door that we can walk in and through if we need to. And from there, I think, like at the moment, I've deliberately left all this so you guys can just see with transparency. There's a lot of crap around here I need to get rid of. I know that. I'm not blind. I know it needs to be done, and I'm working on it. And I think it'll be better for my mental health too to clear some of this stuff away, for my writing, for my day-to-day admin stuff. I'm sort of sitting here cooped at the moment. I'm literally, this tripod's on 3 tubs, and that's fine because I'm working on them, but they're still here and they're still in the way. I've got bits and pieces up here. Some stuff I've got is, because people are good enough to send them to me. Stuff I like. As I told you guys, I'm not convinced that these are real. So I'm investigating, using one of those online verification services. Typically, these are Cause companion dolls or action figures. They are meant to be about 11 inches tall. This one is 8. They typically are not hollow. They're solid. Now, this is solid as far as I can tell through a squeeze test. So that to me tells me that could be real. I also looked at comparisons about the depth of these cut marks in the hands and the eyes. I'm a bit undecided on that. These are fairly reasonably indented. The engravings on the feet look right. I looked at a website that does help you check these. The thing I'm uncertain about that I cannot get information on was, did Medicom ever make these as 8-inch toys? Now, I've been looking and looking. I have no idea. And so, but to get them verified, it's about a $50 charge to get them verified. Now, if they're fake, these still sell, and they sell pretty well. You can get between $50 to $100 a toy for the fake ones, which kind of surprised me. I've seen the sold comps, and you guys have been good enough to show me them, but how do you even get away with selling fake on eBay. You're not meant to be able to sell fake stuff. But yeah, on the listings that I saw, the sold comps, they clearly say fake. That's a good sound. Someone's getting sales. And I'll tell you right now, it's not me. So, yeah, they're good ones. So I want to find out more about them. Now, getting back to the case in point. So guys, I have bought a lot of little toys lately. They have value. They fall within my new rule of the $15 to $20 profit if I'm going to be purchasing. I'd like to err on the side of $20, but I know that I won't always get that right. So I've been only buying stuff recently that I know I'm going to minimum get $15 for, that it has got a decent sell-through rate, that I know I won't be holding on to it for too long, or at least I hope not. But before that, I was buying anything that I'd make a buck on. And as you know, that list can be bloody endless. And it was stuff I was actually a bit annoyed about that I was even listing. So I'll show you. It's a tough one to sort of juggle the tripod. But basically what I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you quickly here. It's stuff that's in this tub. All right. But there's some cool stuff in there too. I might even pile some of it up. Down the bottom is just DVDs and some video games that aren't too exciting. The ones that I actually feel excited about to you guys might seem some of the trashiest. But they were stuff that was actually giving me anxiety about listing them. And yesterday I just thought, you know what? Enough's enough. You've got to bloody pay the piper. You bought the shit. It's not shit. But you bought the stuff. Do something with it. So without further ado, it's going to look stupid, but I tell you everything. Okay, so ages ago I bought this massive tub of Fisher-Price Little People. Now, you might think to yourself, well, that's not a big deal. Well, it was, because there's over 100 in that tub. I paid $20 for it. I sold some that I'd immediately pulled out. The Fisher-Price Little People are literally the cute animals and little people. See, this is only one of the bags that fit into that tub. But the thing is, though, this stuff, it sells. But I'd been putting it off because it seemed too much like hard work in sorting it. And you might think to yourself, well, that's not really that big of a deal. But I've got the Fisher-Price Little People. I had Kinder Surprise toys that you guys saw me buy at the market. I had Playmobil figurines. I've got boxes of Lego. Fiddly stuff that will all get me a profit, but is not as easy as just listing the one darn item. But no, yesterday I hunkered down, and it's about small steps, isn't it, really? I think sometimes we set ourselves so much stuff to do that we feel like we can't breathe. And it's a horrible feeling, and it's panic-inducing, stressful, and you feel like you will never get it done, and that it's all too hard. And I think sometimes we get so frustrated that we either throw out stock or we just simply give up. I love what I do doing this. I love that I do it full time. Every sale I get, no matter if it's big or small, it's one of those things where you sit back and you think to yourself, you know what? I did that. I made the choice to live my life the way I want to live it. And I got a sale. Someone decided to buy off me. I think it's something that you should be celebrating no matter how big or small the sale is. So just so as you're aware of all that stuff, I think it is good, and it's somewhat sobering. So I sorted out all the Fisher-Price toys. And for example, there's about 40 or so in here. But that bag alone comps at about $60. $60. I only paid 20. I've already made the 20 back a while ago because I just picked some stuff that I recognized immediately. I think you guys saw me actually pick it. It was just a cow and a horse. You know, that was one of the sales. Another one was, I think, a couple of the Little People, not licensed stuff, just regular. I'm thrilled about that. So now that part's done, I've got some more done where this is literally more animals, but they've got the letters of the alphabet on them. It's only 12 in there, but the alphabet animals go okay. I think I've got about $30 on them. These guys again, there are so many in here. These are the Kinder Surprise toys. You know, the chocolate eggs that have got little plastic toys that you build? They go all right. So I paid $5 for a much bigger bag than this. But all these, they go for good money. I can't recall how much I listed them for. But I just made sure that all the animals and stuff were photographed. I know nothing about these, other than, you know, they come in the chocolate toy. I didn't want to comp them. I'm hoping that I just flip them in and out. So, yeah, I just listed them up and away they went. There were a couple of properties that I recognise, so I did pull them aside. There's a few Pixar cars, Kinder Surprise. I've got them listed up. I found Star Wars ones, so I listed them separately as well. And I started to feel better. And I want to inspire you guys to grab that thing on your pile that has been terrifying you. And in the next video or two, I'm actually going to show you a haul that I got for free that literally, potentially, could be I won't say a life-changing, though it is almost a life-changing amount. If I do this thing right, it's substantial. Like, I think if I don't fuck the listing up, or if I can figure it out, I think I could put 10 grand on this listing and the price would be fair. And I'm scared to death of this listing. But we'll go through that in proper detail. I'll show you what the items are. And it's not clickbait or anything. They're extremely old Apple computers, like Apple IIes. They're amazing. And they were given to me by a viewer. Thank you, Bron, so very much. I'm terrified of them. You'd say, why? One, I'm not a computer expert. I used to be really good. I actually used to be a computer tech fixing them. Wouldn't know what to do anymore. Yeah, these things, there's 2 of them. There's all the boxes, all the software, and I need to try to assemble them to see if they work. As parts, I will be able to get a couple of thousand for them. My understanding, the amount of stuff in this pile, guys, is staggering. I cannot stress like, if you think about the computer parts, like, you know, the shelves that you see in the offsite, think of one of those shelves filled top to bottom with Apple computer parts. I've even got the original box for one of them. Crazy. So that'll be another video, because I'm going to ask for your help in it. Today we're talking about celebrating little wins and confronting the things that sort of scare us, or put us off doing our best. So I did those ones. I also, in the background when I was at one of the savers, and it's just getting around to it. But like, I got these little McDonald's Sesame Street little beanie sort of bean toys, and they're old. And they comp really well, but I've had them sitting here because I didn't want to deal with them. They're now listed. So little things like that. I tested some of my plushies that I couldn't be bothered doing, and I will show you them as well. They are now listed. I've taken the batteries out of all of them, guys. If you've got talking toys and stuff and you don't know when they're going to sell, take the batteries out. The last thing you want, let's pretend he's going to sit in, look how cute he is though. He's a vintage and talks. But imagine he sits in the tubs for a year and the batteries corrode. You'd be heartbroken. You'd sell the darn thing eventually and he's busted before he even gets out. So test your items, take the batteries out. Please remember that. It makes me think I may have 1 or 2 toys out in the offsite in tubs with batteries in. So I'm going to do a bit of due diligence myself and go out with a screwdriver and just sort out anything that says talking toy and get it out, take the batteries out. So yeah, I got this fellow. He was really sweet. He was $8. I think I've listed him for 40. He's nice and old. There's a Blue's Clues. He was $5. I think he's also listed at about the $35 to $45 mark. But when you push in, Blue sings the theme song. That was cool. A tweenie. Do you remember the tweenies? They were not from my childhood, no siree, but, or ma'am, but they were from my kids' childhood from memory. Not something that the kids ever really got into, but from that period. This is Milo. He's meant to be a 4-year-old, but he's balding, so I don't quite understand that. He might have alopecia, and there's nothing, can't be helped. But yeah. And yeah, I can't remember what I put him up for, but it's good money. I think I got him for $4 or $5. Interesting one. McDonald's toys. I picked that one up. It's a Blastoise, and it's a wind-up toy that moves along. And look, as I've told you guys, I don't watch Pokemon. I just like how the creatures look. Whatever these are, the blasters maybe, they go in and out, and yeah, it moves along, and it's a cool toy. So I got 3 of these for $2, and they're listed at $25 each based on sold comps, and they are a 2005 toy, so they've just hit vintage. Pretty cool. This was one that I was bloody stoked on when I found it. Now, I don't know if you guys know this guy, but this is Barney. He's a dinosaur from an American kids TV show, and this fellow talks. And I picked him up for $8. He's a large toy, a little bit of wear on the Velcro there, but who cares? Tested, working. I have seen sold comps for this guy for $160. I think I've got mine listed at $70, because I'd rather overcome any arguments the customer might have with themselves as to why they would buy this. So yeah, I tested him, took the batteries out. He works, listed at $70. And by the time you guys see this, that listing will be live. So feel free to go and check out my store. I've noticed that you guys have been, and I do appreciate it. And when you guys contact me too and let me know if I'm off, or if sometimes you go, hey, you could have charged a bit more for that, or you shouldn't have charged as much for that. That's cool. Do me a big favor though, if you can, contact me through email or Instagram. Just let me know about the stuff that way. Maybe not through the eBay messaging section, because I think it's a customer going to buy as opposed to being a friendly viewer just trying to help me out. It is appreciated though, so thank you. So I think the takeaway from this gas bag and video is, 1, I hope you had a kick-ass week. 2, if you didn't, think about what may have been the reason. For me, I do think I'm not running, my specials must not be working right on the store. You know, what is the time now? It's 1:30 on the Sunday. I'm hoping I'll crack at least 800 to 900 before the day's over. Not for the day, for the entire week. But at the same time, I did make enough money to, you know, basically stand on my own 2 feet. You know what I mean? For me, it is about having the life I want. Yes, it would be great to be able to work on the savings a bit harder as well, but that amount lets me live the life I want, writing my books and providing content to you guys. So I think I'm blessed regardless. And we've spoken about this before. I think it's okay to feel proud of yourself if you confront a fear. And there's still a lot of fear going on directly behind the camera because I've got a massive pile of stuff I need to be sorting through there. But if I say to myself, okay, today, if I do nothing else, those Fisher-Price toys, they're going to be listed. And I get that done, I'll do a little victory dance, because it's still achieving something that I haven't done for a long time. And I think you guys might be feeling the same on occasion. I think most of us as resellers get a dopamine rush from shopping, whether it's for ourselves or for our customers for stock. I do notice the more I do this, the less I buy for me, if that makes sense, because I seem to get that dopamine rush buying my stock and finding cool stuff. And for that brief period of time that, you know, it sits on my desk or over on the bookshelf over there, it's mine for that brief period of time until someone buys it or until I put it in a tub. But yeah, today I want you guys to be listing your little hearts out. I've got still to do the right thing and get the eBay machine up and running. I do need to do some more listing. There will be a bit more that fits in this tub 53, and I hope that you've been using this time listening to me waffle to be inspired to tackle your own demons, get some eBay goodness going on. Have a look at your sales if they're declining, see what may have changed. It may be something as simple as you had a sale campaign that just ended. That happens to me all the time. I need to be better organized with that, and I need to put notes on my phone or on my computer calendar reminding me of when these campaigns finish. But don't forget, in Australia, we need 10 days after a campaign finishes before we start the new one. Okay, so be mindful of that. And Ali brought up a good point today when I was talking about the different ages of my stock, and she had the really good suggestion of staggering them. So start one, let it go for the 10 days or whatever, start the next one, start the next one. You get the idea, right? So you might, if you want to run 4 campaigns, do it over 40 days, and then that way, by the time you finish doing those campaigns, one of them's ended and you can immediately sort of jump into the next one, you know, or try to keep it all rolling. I hope that's been helpful. Even if it hasn't, bad luck. You've got to spend some time with me and myself with you. I'll get this uploaded today, being Sunday, so as you guys can watch it. And we will reconvene tomorrow with any little updates or bits and pieces that I think are relevant. I don't know if I said it before, but the reception to my video about how to take photographs of small items has been really well received. I do appreciate you guys watching it. Enough of you have watched it that I will make another video. I'm sorry to treat it like that, but if only 5 or 6 people are watching it, or even 50 people, it's probably not worth it. But we had several hundred people watch it, and you guys responded well. And I really do, something I should say, to those who went out of their way to super thank me, like you can super thank creators, literally you give them you pay them, you send a little payment through if you like a video enough. I got a couple of super thanks off those, and to those folks who did super thank me, thank you. That means a lot. It's really appreciated, and it does help with lots of little things, like something as small as buys me a coffee on the way to the offsite. It all adds up, and it's all highly appreciated. So thank you so very much. Right, you know I have trouble saying goodbye, so I'm just going to do it like I always do. So for now, guys, have a good Sunday. Hope you're killing it. If you're not, try to figure out why. And all my contact details, as always, are at the end of the video. I've got to go to work. Okay, goodbye, bye.